Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I believe this is episode 10 of our gameplay reviews. Basically, what I do is at the beginning of all my streams now, Monday through Wednesday, I go through my Discord and find some gameplay reviews. Again, you can post that on the left-hand side of my Discord. And make sure you're joining my Discord, guys. We almost have 1,000 guys that just play Hut and Talk Hockey all day long. So the link for that is down below as well. But we're going to cover some gameplay today like we always do. And today we're going to focus on, again, neutral zone defense, stuff at the blue line, entering the zone, and defending it as well. I think that's something, a common theme here. The player that we're going to watch is in, I believe, Division 3. So we're going to walk you through his gameplay. And again, I think that regardless if I'm reviewing your own gameplay, just from chat and interactions I've had, I think it helps out quite a bit because it's the things I see a lot from other players as well. So let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Let's get into today's gameplay review. All right, guys, so we'll start off with some gameplay review. Again, this is King Rogi. He is in Division 3 on PS4. He says, looking for tips and wanting to improve upon gameplay-wise. Wonder if I'm carrying the puck with my D-man too much on the rush and putting them out of position. Any tips would help? Usually in Div 3, Div 4, wanting to get to Div 2. All right, let's see if we can help him out here, man. As he is, I believe, the Oilers. We'll take a look here. We'll see what he's doing. He says he's carrying the puck too much with his defenseman. Sorry, he's the Flames here. Little Battle of Alberta. All right. All right, perfect zone entry there. A little bit of leg. All right, so we got a little bit of leg. Okay. Yep, okay. Excuse me. All right, so I talked about this quite a bit in the last gameplay reviews. Some of the things that, again, I think that a lot of players don't put a big focus on is zone entries and defense at the blue line and entering the zone. I think that not enough emphasis is put on that, and if you can become extremely elite at getting into the zone and defending the blue line, you're going to become that much better because you're going to get a lot more offensive zone time and you're going to not have to play defense as much. So watch right here. Excuse me. This guy is in Division 3. All right, so right here, this is a common thing that I see a lot of people do. First of all, he brought in his defenseman. So what he mentioned earlier on in his thing, he's wondering if he carries it in too much with his defenseman. He's got Nieuwendyk, who's got to play back right here, and he switches to him. Okay, so right here in this situation, you miss this poke check. You want to just keep skating down. Anytime that you're level with a player, this is always going to be a dangerous situation because when you go for a poke, you essentially stop skating, and any sort of stoppage or slow down at all is going to allow this guy to burn down the wing because everyone usually has fast wingers, and especially because this is centerman. Nieuwendyk's not the fastest guy. So right here, he goes for the hit and the poke check, and now he misses him completely, and now he's got a 2-on-1 against, right? Which he's able to avoid. All right. So again, in that situation, guys, when you're defending, when you're trying to defend the rush, getting in the way is more important than trying to make a play on the puck sometimes. So you want to just keep skating with them. Those are the things that are going to lead to anytime that you're super aggressive, either the opponent's blue line or your own blue line, is usually when you get 2-on-1s against. There's a little bit of lag on this guy. Okay, same thing. We talked about this earlier in another video as well. Just stop moving entirely at the blue line. I think that a lot of people, they get antsy and they think that because they're not moving, they have to react to what your opponent's doing. But let's take this example right here again. So I talked about this with someone else's gameplay review right here. Right here in this situation, he has nowhere to go. So you can play one-on-one, and he switches to him. Here's the problem. He is so impatient to get the puck back, which a lot of players are, obviously, because obviously you get the puck back, you don't have to play defense, but everyone is so dead set on it. If you just take a half second and slow down here, there is nowhere for this guy to go. But now you've moved out of the way and actually created a 2-on-1 against. So you want to just skate back with your opponent, okay, in this situation. Unless you have inside positioning, things like that, you want to just stay with your opponent as opposed to trying to make a push because you moved out of the way entirely. And a lot of people go left and right when your opponent starts doing that, like holding the forehand and backhand and weaving. A lot of players will match that and start going left and right as well. And that's what happens here, and he just moves right out of the way. So now he's got a 2-on-1 against. And he probably should have switched back, but nonetheless, that's fine. So it hasn't burned him yet, but you can see those two plays, just being more patient and not trying to make a play on the puck, just playing body position is a much more effective way sometimes when defending the rush. Right here, this situation right here, okay? anytime that you are in a defensive zone draw and he lines up on the backhand, you have to tie up, guys. And the reason why you have to tie up is because he is going to try. The face-off play is so prevalent, and the face-off play, if anyone doesn't know, I have a face-off video that goes over it, by the way, is he's going to try to win the drawback to this player right here, wait a half second, and then hit this winger over here or right down here, okay? So the reason why you do a tie-up is because, A, if he's trying to do the backhand straight back, that's the counter, or he's trying to tie up himself to get this guy to come in, and it will cause like a jumbled up situation. And the only way that he's going to win is if he does a stick lift, which isn't the most common in this situation, and it's a slower animation, so you can actually make a play on this a lot easier. So, and he doesn't say that you got to tie up there because now he's done exactly what he needs to do. This guy's going to get open, and he gets a shot on goal. Like, see, that's something you need to be aware of, guys. And that is the best play off of face-off to score, guys. So tie up when the player lines up on their backhand with the ability to win it straight back to their defenseman in the high slot. See, same thing. So, again, this is a lot like the other player that I had. When you get caught moving left and right at the blue line, it just causes so much issues. You just want to just almost let go of the left thumbstick to an extent when you're at the blue line because that is going to just slow you down. And what people don't realize is if this guy's going left and right, these guys behind, your defensemen, your forwards that are up in the play, have more time to get back. And look what happens here. He switches, and he just moves right out of the way, right? A lot of players do this, and if you go back and watch your own gameplay, you're going to see if you do that, you need to just relax at the blue line, okay? If you just stop skating and let them come to you, body positioning in this game with how incidental contact works is almost more effective than any other poke check or hit that you're going to lay. So just something something to watch for. All right, another thing, guys, when you switch to a player in the defensive zone off the rush, so he switches to Valimaki right here, okay? Valimaki's guy is down in here. This is where he's got to play defense. Watch what happens because he doesn't move, all right? When you take a player, okay, and you move him to a spot he's not supposed to be, the player that is supposed to be in that position has to realize what's going on and then cover for you. But that is where you get the wide open plays, guys. So watch what happens here. Valimaki's supposed to be down here. This centerman, he's now got to cover. And he just completely doesn't go to the right guy. And he could have just hit this guy with a pass and be wide open in front of the net. So you just got to be careful. Same situation, guys, as last time. This guy is lined up on the backhand. He has this guy up top for a face-off play, okay? And an offhanded winger. This guy needs to tie up. And he doesn't. Again, guys, you got to learn the face-off counters. This will kill you. I actually like how you carry the puck. I think you just do it a little bit too much. So a lot of people don't take the space they're given in NHL, and they cause these forced passes because they feel like when they're breaking up and going down the ice that you pass so much because that's what you have to do. You get nervous when you're holding onto the puck. It sounds dumb, but it honestly is what happens. It's what happens in real hockey. When players that aren't really offensively proficient, they just want to get rid of the puck. So right here, you take the space that's given to you, but then it collapses on him, and he still keeps it. Right here, like, you want to go backwards because you're not going to get into the zone here. You want to either curl back, okay? So when this isn't here, don't feel like you just got to rush right into the zone. You don't always have to go forward. Going backwards, a lot of the time when you're trying to enter the zone is usually the best play because right here, if he fires it back, this guy's got a chance to be wide open. And he just loses the puck, turns it over at the blue line, right? See, that was good defensive positioning. Watch what he does here. He selects McInnes, doesn't pull him out of the way, though. Okay, goes back to where he should be. That's where he should be. Now, he's able to get a shot on goal, but like that was good defense. Got to move the puck quicker. Nice slip. Okay. Got it. So this is an example of taking your ice, okay? You can tell when a player is locked in on someone, okay? And again, I think that's what being able to just not have one read is going to make you a lot better offensive player. Look at all of this open ice. You got it. It's impatient, right? Like, it's just impatience. You're trying to get into the zone, which I totally understand. But man, you have all these guys here. You just got to have an eye. That was a great defensive play. All right, so there hasn't been a lot of. Oh, well, he runs at the. He hasn't had a lot of offensive zone time. I wonder if it's zone entry. Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect goal. Something I've also noticed, guys, there's playing in the higher end of Div 1. The one-timer off the rush will work from, like, way far out. Like, way further out than you would expect. So if you're at the top of the face-off even, and you don't want to just try and force a pass through close in tight to the goalie, you can do it from way further back. That's a good goal. Yeah, I talk about this a lot. If you're running behind the net, which I believe this guy is, again, you can tell when someone is locked onto one play or if someone's locked onto a player. Okay, so right here, he is dead set on either this guy or the short side wrister. Okay, but he's just got this one guy to beat right here. Like, you can just look at all this down and behind the net, right? Like, you're not going to score from here. You might be able to force a pass, but if you're using the behind the net strategy, guys, make sure that you take advantage of the strategy. It does not work well when you're way out in front of the net all the time or trying to score off the rush using behind the net. It doesn't work nearly as much. If that's how you're going to play, you might as well use crash the net. But you want to make sure you get behind the net and start working and using that. That's when players get uncomfortable, because that's not going to do anything, right? Nice goal. So he's capitalized on his few opportunities he has, but I think that one of the things that he's not taking advantage of is just time on attack. It looks like he's impatient, or I don't want to say nervous with the puck, but just lacks a little bit of offensive strategy, right? Like, if you need to get down into the low end of the zone behind the net and start, utilizing time on attack and trying to, work around a cycle game, because if you just keep scoring off the rush, you're basically asking your opponent to come and have a scoring opportunity and then try and get in the transition, right? Like, that's not that's what stops players from being Division 4 and Division 2, is that. That was a nice play. That play along the boards was nice. The force into the slot, I wasn't a huge fan of. That was a great play defensively. Okay, this situation right here. Okay, He's on the forehand, guys. There's, again, 2 ways that he can get back to him, and one of them is not very quick, so you can ignore that one, okay? So in this situation, it's the forehand straight back. He needs to do a stick lift to win this, because stick lift will beat the tie-up, and it will beat the forehand straight back. The only way that this guy is going to be able to win you if he does the kickback, and that's so slow that you can defend it a lot easier. But if this guy goes forehand straight back, then my man King Rogi needs to watch my face-off video. Yeah, okay, you gotta watch my face-off video, man, because you're gonna get burned with this. See? And again, chat, I'm not an elite player by any in the imagination, but face-offs, I love face-offs. I'm very good at face-offs. And I can tell you exactly how that play was gonna go before it even goes in. And that all happens because he does the one face, he doesn't know the counter. So King Rogi, make sure you watch my face-off video. Just going over the counters and whatnot. That's really going to help you because that, again, you've been burned 3 times on it, and finally this guy got you with it. So, not bad. Again, I think he has a lot of the same problems that a lot of players have in that same division, like 4 Division 3 areas, that they're impatient on defense, and then offensively they don't really have a big a strategy. You got to learn behind the net. I have a video on using behind the net as well. You got to start controlling the puck a little bit more. The more you control the puck, the higher TOA, the less you have to play defense. And then at the blue line, just stop weaving back and forth. Just chill. Just almost let go of the controller on that left stick a little bit as you're defending the rush. It'll slow things down, make them go left and right, and allow your forwards to come back and catch up. But it's not bad. You're offensively, you took advantage of the chances that you got, but you just got to clean up those face-off plays and the neutral zone. All right, man, I hope that helps out. And guys, thank you for watching the gameplay review. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, boys.